streaming.
Mm. All right. We live on my end as well. Okay. One more thing. Sorry. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chicago Conservative live stream edition, call-in show edition with the new co-host, Choo Choo. Man, say what's going on to the people.
What's up, y'all? We back again. I said we was gonna be back, and here we are.
Yes, sir, man. So, we might have to make it a shorter live today, guys. So we just gonna cut the likes in half to like 25 likes, until we open up the call line because I know my boy Chu got stuff to do today. But guys, there's a lot of stuff going on today. A lot of stuff. And Chu, let me know if I break out and stuff like that. If I start, because my connection be crazy down here.
Got you.
But yeah, guys, Trump is actually proposing to cut $33 billion in funding, including Section 8, guys. Now, I'm going to read this article, but before I read this article, Chu, how do you feel about that, man? $33 billion being cut, including Section 8.
Right. So HUD is
Housing and
housing.
urban development, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I think it can be a great thing. I mean, because the standpoint of like federal funded housing is kind of crazy anyway. Because
Right.
why is the government subsidizing houses and stuff like that? And it seemed like they only really doing it for people that, you feel me, like they kind of
Yeah.
they don't do for themselves.
Yeah.
So if they were subsidizing houses for people that could do for themselves, or like people that's probably better attributes to society, I guess that's the way to say it. It could be a good thing, but I think they just kind of, and like I always say, encouraging bad behavior, encouraging low character and stuff like that. Because Section 8, I mean, the houses they not that expensive, at least in Texas.
Right.
I know the cost of living is going up, but at the same time, wages are going up. So it's not like, it's you can still do it. You can do it.
Yeah. So my opinion about this, guys, clearly this has been going on way too long. I'm gonna just be honest. This is clearly a part of the deficit in America. Everybody know that we're $36 trillion in debt. That's with a T, almost close to 37 trillion. And when it comes down to it, we're trying to make all of the cuts, all of the necessary cuts as much as possible. Excuse me. When it comes to veterans and things like that, I don't believe they should cut anything for them because these people fought for our country. People lost their legs, arms, and things like that. So these people actually need this, unlike the people who are, who can work a job. They're fully functional of
Able-bodied.
right. They're able-bodied people who can do basically whatever they want, but they just choose not to do it. Now, should they be rewarded? This is how I see it. Should they be rewarded with free food? And Section 8 is basically like free housing.
Yeah.
Or low-income housing, I should say.
Subsidized.
So, should this be rewarded, ladies and gentlemen? Nah, not really. This should not be rewarded. I believe everybody, because I'm a full-on capitalist. I believe everybody needs to work for their dollar. And at the end of the day, this is just another form of communism, ladies and gentlemen. People want without not wanting to actually do the work.
Yep.
You want, but you don't want to work. You're asking for handouts, but you don't want to really do anything. So, guys, we got 30 people in the live right now, guys. Smash that like button. We only going to chop it up to 25 likes today so we can open the call line up a little faster today, guys. But, yeah, that's my opinion on that. We got some comments saying black dude with a Trump flag is peak foolishness. Pfft, come on, man.
They starting early, huh?
What's going on, Brooke? Yeah, they start really early. We got almost, 40, 50 people in the live already on my end.
And they
Crazy.
trolling.
Yep. So, what's going on, Brooke? Chris Alex says, I'll step in. My sister has been stealing from the taxpayers for years. She has zero issues, just doesn't want to basically work. So we give her free money but we have homelessness veterans who actually need help. Hey, W. Chris.
Right.
W. Chris, man.
Right.
Ace comment of the day already. And this is his own sister he's talking about, by the way. So that's truly, truly based.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. DTD says, all you Trump haters F off. I know that's right. I know that's right. D Nandez said, what's your opinion on Mexicans? I love everybody, bro. I love Mexicans, Chinese.
What type of question is
Chinese,
that?
Korean. Come on, guys.
What's your opinion?
So let's read. So before we get into a video, let's just read this article. This is from the Multifamily Dive. I don't know how credible these people are, but I mean, it's trending. So there has to be some type of, credibility when it comes to this. So Trump proposed cutting $33 billion in HUD funding, including Section 8. The budget proposal prioritized state-based grants over federal aid and would include a 2-year cap on rental assistance for adults without disabilities, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
Get your ass up and do some actual work, my guy. So in his budget plan, and this is a good plan. This is good. Make these people get up off of their ass and work for a living.
Yeah.
Why the hell do I have to get up and go to work and provide for myself and my family, but you don't have to? That don't even make sense.
God said if a man don't work, he don't eat.
Bro, if a man doesn't take care of his family, if he don't put food on the family, you're not even a man, bro.
At that point.
In people's eyes. You're something that I don't even know what you are. But let's just continue reading this article. We're gonna get into some footage really, really soon. Where did I leave off at? The plan includes. Wait, hold on. Let me start over. In his budget plan for fiscal year 2026, President Donald Trump has proposed cutting a total of $32.9 billion in funding to HUD. The plan includes a $26.7 billion cut to federal rental aid, approximately 40% of the total, and would essentially end Section 8 and other housing voucher programs, according to NPR. Instead of providing aid at the federal level, the budget proposes creating a grant program to send rental assistance funds to states. It would terminate many federal regulations, incentivize states and the private sector to provide affordable housing and work in tandem with efforts to open public lands to develop. So, I'm reading this article, and the first thing I think of when I read this article is Negroes are definitely going to complain when they hear this, bro. Now, if I was an average ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo, you know what I'm saying? I will be furious right now, But I actually have a brain, and I'm not a freaking commie, so I know that majority of this Section 8, free housing, free healthcare, free healthcare, I should say. We're going to put emphasis on free because nothing is never free, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. But free this, free that, it just looks like more communism and a waste of the taxpayer dollar. That's all it looks like to me. And I'm standing on that. If I have to work, you got to work. What's the issue? You got kids in China, bro. They're like, what, 6, 7? These kids work 18 to 24 hours a day.
That's crazy.
Bro.
That's real crazy.
Get those likes up, guys. We only need 25 today. We're at what, 11?
Nice.
So we're almost there, guys. We got 35 people in the live right now. Please smash that like button. If you guys are new, subscribe to Chicago Conservative and subscribe to Choo Choo and Zaza, guys, the co-host. So is it more to read here? Okay. You want to read this part or you want me to continue?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay. I feel like I'm in school.
No, right. Popcorning.
Right.
So the budget empowers states by transforming the current federal dysfunctional rental assistance programs into a state-based formula grant, which allows states to design their own rental assistance programs based on their unique needs and preferences. The budget reads, in tandem with the program, the Trump administration would impose a 2-year limit on rental assistance for adults without disabilities. Okay, the budget document states that this would direct a majority of rental assistance to elderly and disabled tenants. The
Mm-hmm.
proposed budget does include 25 million in housing grants for youth aging out of foster care. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. Okay. Other
Mm-hmm.
eliminations from HUD include the 3.3 billion community development block grant program. What is that? 3.3
That's what
billion?
I said.
Damn.
Eliminate.
Uh
Okay, this is an elimination though. So
okay.
this is in existence already. You know, so they're
Right.
getting rid of this. This is
Hmm.
nuts. And grants is stuff that you is
Don't have to pay
something basically
back.
you don't have to pay back. It's not a
Yeah.
loan.
Okay, this provides funds for community and economic development. The Trump administration says that the program is poorly targeted and the funds have been used for projects for which they were not meant, such as skateboard parks. The HOME investment program, partnership program, which provides funding to state and local governments to expand housing. Right, so it's just federal funding being wasted on stuff. That's what I'm getting from this.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from the federal, and then once it's just trickling down, and everybody's just taking a cut, and they wasting it on stuff that they don't need.
Absolutely.
And if the money came from locally versus
Definitely.
coming from the top down, people will be more inclined to watch where it's coming because it's coming out their pockets more personally.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, man. And it's like people are hold on. Did you read all of this or did you want to continue? Or do you want me to continue?
You can continue. I'm gonna chop down real quick.
Okay, where did you leave off again? I'm sorry. The federal government.
Up, yeah, expand housing. So right where you at the top, the consolidation of homeless assistance.
Okay. The consolidation of homeless assistance program into a single program refocused on short and medium term housing assistance, capped at 2 years. Uh, pathways to removing obstacles housing and fair housing grants removed as part of the administration's effort to end diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government. Yo! Come on, guys. We need what? How many? We need 25 likes, guys. Come on, man. We got almost 50 people watching. Stop playing. That is crazy. But okay, President Trump's bold budget proposes a oh my god, reimagining of how the federal government addresses affordable housing and community development. Said HUD Secretary Scott Turner in a statement on the uh disc discret what word does that say?
What? Which one? Discretionary budget.
Okay, discretionary budget. Thank you. My bad. I'm having a brain fart. It rightfully provides state and lo- why am I tripping right now? Jeez Christ. Localities, greater flexibility while thoughtfully consolidating, streamlining, and simplifying existing programs to serve the American people at the highest standard. Okay, let me read that in my head again so I can understand that more. Hmm. States and localities greater flexibility while thoughtfully consolidating, streamlining, and simplifying existing programs to serve. Okay, basically, yeah. So basically, they're going to put that money that they were wasting into the programs that actually matter. You know, that's what it looks like to me. And the Secretary Scott Turner, he basically backs this.
It's seeming like they
So
they really paying attention to what's going on and where this money is going. I like that they're able to identify problem programs and where their funding is going, and they actually cutting it out. It's not like they just
mhm.
randomly cutting it out and they just saying, "Oh, defund the whole thing." Cartier family, what's going on? Yeah, it's not like he's just heavy headed. It doesn't seem heavy
Is
headed,
that the
which is
actual Cartier family?
yeah, they live down here.
What? They in your live stream right
Yeah, I did a couple videos with them before. Oh my gosh.
now? Why y'all don't know me? I'm in Chicago doing all this stuff, guys. Come on, man. I'm
Yeah,
seeing
definitely
y'all
check
now.
out the Chicago Sir, that guy's base, man.
Bro,
That's my
I'm a
boy.
little too. They hate me, bro. But yeah, man, I did Fox News. I've been on Laura Ingraham like 4 times.
He
I've been
was on Fox.
trending, bro. I trend, bro. Like I really trend when it comes to this, bro.
Y'all
Seriously,
probably, if y'all ever covered Chicago, y'all probably had him in one of y'all videos.
without
Probably.
even knowing.
But,
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so it's the government is usually like pretty heavy handed on stuff like this, but it seemed like they real precise in what they cut, and so that's a good sign.
Mm-hmm. So I want to react to this video because I see the Negroes, they're really, 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 I'm gonna assume they're upset on basis of this video. So I really want to react to this with you, man. Because I already know you're gonna give it to me really, really, really based. And it's always the oh my god.
Let me guess, black females.
You already know, bro. Like, come on. Like, this is so predictable, man. This is crazy. This is insanity, bro. We got the Cartier family in, though. Let's go, man. But I want to let's put this video up. Enough of these articles. My bad. Just gotta share a new screen. But yeah, it's already, bro. Like, first thing you see is a bonnet. Why? We gonna open that call line up too, guys. 3 more likes, and we opening the call line up. But you see Bonnet's finest right here. So, internet melts down over Trump's plan to cut Section 8 by $33 billion. We got my girl Pink Book Lessons, man. You know, you got to shout out the smart black women, I should say. Mm-hmm. Not all of them are like, you know, dumb as a box of rocks. So let's get into it, guys. Let's roll the clip. Let me know if it's choppy too, Chu.
Okay.
Apartments are now going to be filled on a first come, first served basis. Okay, so what does that mean? All my voucher holders, you guys been saying, oh, Housing Connect, oh, I can't get. Well, guess what? You no longer have to go through Housing Connect to apply to those affordable apartments. This is only a limited time from May 1st, right now. So if you're watching this video right now till April 2026, you have the opportunity to type that button fast and click that link.
Y'all tried to go look into Section 8 out here in California. That woman told me that it may not be back open to 2027. And then the other housing program, you got a 5 to 10.
How about you just get a damn job? Stop making TikToks and get a job. Like you could just tell, like, this article is pretty spot on. This lady is able-bodied as hell. You got your arms, you got your legs, you have your toes. What's going on? What are you doing?
It seemed like they just want handouts. But that's the type of society you breed when you just give shit out like this. Because I remember when I was on food stamps when I was in Chicago, I remember thinking I really don't want to like let these people know how much I'm making, or I don't want to be working too many hours because then they're gonna either reduce my food stamps or they're gonna take it all together. So like. I think people don't really say this part out loud, but it's like there is like a subconscious thing of like, oh, I don't want to make too much because I don't want them to take my benefits, you know. Because once you cross that threshold, you start. Well, personally, I was sitting there thinking like, damn, once I make over this much, man, that check was kind of big. You know, these checks look big. I'm gonna have to start paying cash for food, which I ultimately end up paying cash for food anyway when I moved down here. Because the threshold for food stamps down here is way lower,
Absolutely,
I mean, not lower, higher, way higher. They said you got to be making like $2,200 a month to be getting food. So I'm like, damn, you got to be functionally poor at that point. $2,200 a month. I was like, nah, we just rocking out on cash. Nah, I'm like, we put cash in the fridge. Nah, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. So like, if I didn't come from Chicago where the threshold was lower, I would have thought that was cool. I would have been like, okay, let me just do the bare minimum.
Right. Yeah, man. It's like, a lot of people, and before I say that, guys, we got over 100 people watching this live right now. We got 25 likes. So true. You ready to open that call line up or what? I can't even read these comments. They are like spamming right now, bro.
Wow. We'll tell them to call in. They so
love, hate, man. Okay, I'm about to put the call line in, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, while I do that, let's continue this video.
10-year wait. Okay.
And look, I was just delivered with a Section 8 voucher.
What?
And that's just some of it, okay? They have a resort-style pool.
Time out.
Them people got Section 8 living like this?
Are we dead ass?
Or am I tripping?
Wait. So y'all went from first they said that it's racist to put all the Section 8 people in the projects or put them in. They said it was racist to put the black people in the black community with Section 8 because their houses and stuff be all tore down. Now y'all getting a Section 8 in this nice ass area.
They look like they're at Mount Olympus right now, bro.
That shit look like Orland Park out there. Right. Look nice as hell.
Beverly Hills, goddammit.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. Section 8. No wonder they mad.
And look, and she still got braids down to her ass. That's fake. Faker than a $20 bill.
That's crazy.
A tennis court in a kid's playground with a lot of trails and basketball courts. And yes, I had Section 8. Now, I don't have it now, and I kind of wish I still did, but I don't want nobody telling me how much money I can make. But the reason why I'm doing this video is to...
What do you mean you don't want nobody telling you how much money you can make? If you make more than enough, your ass not getting Section 8. What are you talking about? Yes, we can tell you how much you can't or you can't make.
Yeah, if we're paying for it.
You're not finna be a millionaire on Section 8, are you?
Yeah, that's insane. They're down to try to pull it.
I mean, she don't look far from a millionaire to my. I used to be on Section 8, but so why are you making this video? Why would you make this video?
Let's see what she got to say.
Come on,
she's still yapping.
To encourage and inspire someone. Just because you got a Section 8 voucher does not mean you have to live in the slums, in the hood. Okay, you can take your voucher and live in a neighborhood just like this with your kids. I had 6 kids at the time, guys. Come with me.
You literally could go get a job and actually afford unsubsidized rent, not being subsidized by the taxpayer. You could go do that. You are...
There you go, and there you have it. But why don't they go get a job?
Is this that guy that go through people's finances and then tell them where they spending all their money at?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah, his page is nice. He got some nice videos because he be exposing these people. They be sitting there trying to act like they don't know where all their money going.
Right. You don't know how to budget your money.
Right.
You don't know how to. It's crazy.
Literally choosing not to because you want to build your business.
Right.
Why the are you allowed to leech off the taxpayer?
I'm not leeching off of anybody.
Yes,
and I have tried.
You are.
Tried what?
I actually...
You got a facelift. You got like a crimson chin. You got like expensive weave. You got expensive makeup. Come on, lady. You're not trying. Can we be real here?
She does not look like somebody that's supposed to be on Section 8. She probably wearing her rent on her body right now.
Basically, bro. Basically.
Actually, my last job, I had a really bad situation.
Hell.
Where I was interviewing men in particular, and every time I got on the screen with them, they got their little willies out and started whacking him.
What?
What you was OnlyFans? You talking about OnlyFans? Bro, she just described that in the worst way possible. That don't even sound like a real thing.
The call line is up, ladies and gentlemen.
That don't even sound like a real thing, bro. What we talking about?
The call line is up, ladies and gentlemen.
What are we talking about?
So you got an OnlyFans on Section 8, and this is why I blame the simps, bro. This is why this is the problem though.
Yeah.
You would think it's the delusional brain dead, weave wearing women, but it's not really, bro. It's really the simp men who basically, I'm gonna just be honest, bro. They pedestalize this way of these women, bro.
They subsidize these whores.
Exactly. Okay, we got we got our first caller, guys, and make sure to put your last 4 digits in when you call in the chat. But welcome to the show. You are on the air, sir or ma'am.
How's it going, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear the co-host?
Yo.
Them Trump flags, I say hell yeah. That's one of them boys that does vote for Trump. I'm gonna tell you right now, I appreciate that support that you done give us as white folk.
Yes, sir, man. Let's make America great again, baby.
At the end of the day, you just gonna be at the end of the day, you black folk that vote for us, that vote for Trump, we just gonna take you, run you down to the cotton field, get you picking back to what you wanted to do, because that's what you black folk want in the first place. That's why we voted for him. That's why we got black folk voting for Trump. We just want y'all to come back down and pick them cotton.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So I'll see you real soon when you come back down. If you ever want to come down and pick cotton, you just come down to Alabama. I'll come set you up real straight. You just hit me up.
No, you should come get me personally. See how that work out for you.
All you got done do is just hit me up on this here number. I pay you. Actually, I won't pay you. I could give you some food and whatnot, water while you work and do your deeds.
Yeah, you want to know how I know he's actually making this voice? This hillbilly voice isn't his actual voice, bro.
Yeah.
This is a liberal who's pretending to be a Trump supporter to basically try to get their
skins because they always think that the racist Trump supporters, they always give them a weird ass Southern accent. You think Trump supporters ain't?
It's the same thing with the Tom Hanks thing, right? We talked about this yesterday. They think the average Trump supporter, he hung up too.
Right, because he called his dumb ass out.
So look, guys, this is what they do. And I believe True pointed this out yesterday. They would basically believe that the average Trump supporter is this hillbilly, red hat, MAGA wearing, Kentucky Derby boy, and this, that, and the third. But it's like at the end of the day, and then remember when Tom Hanks, he had a black man trying to shake his hand, and then he was like, oh, like he basically scared of black folks. Like, this is dumb.
Right.
4163. Make sure you guys put your last 4 in the chat before you call, because I'm not answering the next one I don't see. Let's go. You're on the air.
Hello. I was just I saw you mention the comment about the people on the welfare thing and how people can afford like normal housing if they didn't waste money. I have met a lot of people, okay, and most of the people that complain that they don't have money to afford things that they need are spending money on things that they either can't afford or they don't need.
Yep. Exactly.
DoorDash 6 times a week.
Yep. Useless spending.
Dude, if I told you every time I have a DoorDasher come to my restaurant, like trying to get, like to pick up an order, because I own a restaurant with a buddy of mine in real life, and we have DoorDash people come in and out, and most of these houses they deliver to are like Section 8 fucking housing.
Basically.
And then they wonder why they're broke.
I'm telling you, man. What's your name, caller? Based caller. What is your name?
My name in the stream is Don, but my actual name is Clarence. I don't mind giving my real name.
He said his real name's Clarence. Hey, my guy, look, hey, thank you, bro. You're a champion, man. Like, people really need to hear this, though. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. People need to know you have arms and legs like every other race, besides the veterans that got their legs blown off or their arms blown off during war.
Right, I personally believe that they worked already. They served their time. You can't pay them enough.
Absolutely right.
Life on a line like that.
Like, nah, for real. I was part of that struggle at one point while I was in college because I was working 2 jobs, barely being able to pay my way through college. Like, I had to get assistance from the government. But as soon as I got out of college and was able to get a better job, I took it and got off that shit. Like,
absolutely.
I know what the struggle bus is like. But you have people out here buying brand new $30,000 cars when they can't afford them, and then they wonder why they're broke.
Yeah, and then a lot of people. I'm glad you said that, Clarence. Because black people will get offended by, Trump's getting rid of Section 8. But here's the thing: you got more Caucasian people on government assistance than African Americans.
Yeah.
So who is this really hurting? You know, black people feel like they're so entitled. They feel like they're such victims. They don't even know that this would affect another, racial group more than them.
And what he said was it reminded me that the point of this government assistance is not to be permanent. Like a little bit of government assistance, like if they had Section 8 and you can only be on it for like a year or maybe even 2 to get back on your feet, that'd be fair. I think most people can agree on both sides. Like, okay, that'd be pretty decent, to help get our weakest man on their feet. That'd be cool, but it's not for you to live off. See, what we got is these people abusing these government assistance programs. Like what you said, you had it in college and then you got off it.
People on disability don't get enough.
They really don't, man.
Yeah.
I remember in Chicago, right? They would give these illegals over $15,000 in food stamps. And I saw this video of this veteran. They was only giving him $12 in food stamps when they're giving illegal immigrants, illegal criminals. Right.
$15,000 a month, and he's a retired Green Beret. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense. A person that just got here illegally through the border, which ultimately makes you a criminal. But we have a real busy line today. Any last words, Clarence? You were a rock star today, man. I really appreciate those words.
I mean, the last thing is, guys, try to live within your means. There's nothing wrong with needing, like, if you're on disability and you need to be in Section 8, that's like that whole statement you made with the Section 8 thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's not inherently getting rid of all Section 8 because there's Section 8 programs that are specifically only funded by the state. He's getting rid of federal Section 8. There's a difference.
There you go, man.
Needs to be more localized.
I hope you guys are hearing this too, man. I love getting smart, intelligent-based calls, man. Like, bro, where can the people find you?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't stream much on YouTube. I'm kind of just do my own thing. You'll see me in the stream every once in a while.
Okay, man. I just be trying to give everybody love, man. Everybody that support me, we're gonna support you back over here, man. But
if I start a YouTube, I'll let you know.
Yes, sir, man. You got to stay tuned with us, though.
Yep.
Yes, sir. But thank you so much. It was Clarence, right?
Yes.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Great call.
Yeah, base caller. His real name's Clarence. Clarence Too Real. Oh God. Put that man in office. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys can call. I'm sorry about that. It's real hard to keep up with all these calls, especially when I'm like on the line. But yes, guys, 217-486-7184. And we definitely got to get those likes up, guys. Got over 100 people watching, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get those likes to at least 50 at this point. I know I said 25, but y'all are going crazy in the chat today. Okay. Do you want to continue the video?
Yeah, I'm down. Or do you got something else?
Well, we could just let the video play until we get another caller because they are like spamming me today. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's overloading low key.
I'm not gonna have you translate that one. What's our plan? Putting 30 hours a week into the education that we can't define or explain?
There is a plan.
Okay. Now it sounds like a presidential debate.
I'm trying.
Is she stupid?
I think
Why are
so.
you talking like you're slow? What do you mean? I'm trying. No, you're not. What do you mean? You're just spending money.
To you that you're not trying.
You feel me? Like, what's going on here?
That's crazy.
That's definitely Kamala. The hell wrong with
That's why he said a presidential debate, just word salad. Saying a whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing. The hell, lady?
Try.
I have plans on finding a job. Well, if Trump had his way.
And this is the same one with the OnlyFans. The only job you got is putting your butthole on the internet. You don't have a job. You're not trying to look for a job. What do you mean?
The Section 8 abuse is about to stop next year. Donald Trump is proposing a plan to cut the federal HUD 2026 budget by over 40%. Over $26 billion will be eliminated from housing voucher assistance. The plan would transfer the creation and administration of housing programs to the states. It would also put restrictions on able-bodied adults, limiting housing assistance to only 2 years for people who fall in that category.
Nice.
So no more of your mama living on HUD for 40 years, then transferring her HUD status to all her daughters, who then repeat the cycle living on HUD for another 30 years. Nah, if Trump had his way, that will cap assistance down to 2 years.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the thing. Trump's proposal is his proposal and won't be the final decision. It's going to be up to Congress to go along with Trump's plan for it to be implemented. But the plan will.
Bro, this is why the Dems cannot win Congress, bro, in these midterms. They cannot do it, bro. They just can't. People think the Dems are going to take the Congress, but me personally, I think people are so done with Democrats. Their approval rating is what? 27%?
20-some% for sure.
Like 27%. Like, that's not good at all.
It's horrible.
I think we had a call, but it dropped. Well, let's continue.
Will jeopardize housing for millions, mostly in single-family households led by women. The elderly, disabled, and veterans will have protection, but if you have 2 legs and 2 hands and you're working age, you might be forced to put them to work.
Oh, God.
And you already know the internet is having a complete meltdown.
Sisters, because I'm in between jobs like crazy. I've been paying market rent all my life before.
Everybody, it's Tony. Man, ain't nobody trying to hit at Shaniqua. Like, come on.
Just yapping, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Literally.
Yeah, she just saying that because she on public housing assistance and she just doing that because she.
Is this like a curse that will never be broken? Why do you got to have purple hair, overweight, big hoop earring? Like, why do they do this? Why do y'all do this, man?
Well,
y'all really make black women look bad when y'all do this shit. This shit is not a good look.
They're insecure. You can tell they're insecure because they look like this, and then they talk about white people and talk about white women, and everybody else got issues but you, huh?
You're fat with colored hair. You don't need Section 8. You have to work for your food at this point. It might help you lose weight.
Yep. Miss a couple meals. Hey, ain't no better deterrent from eating than when that money get low. Yeah, man. I don't gotta eat right now.
Right there you go. But if you getting food stamps out the woozah, I mean, golly, shit, you can eat whenever you want to. You can eat some cookies, and that's what I'm saying. Shout out RFK because I believe he's trying to cut out pop and cookies and candy and all that.
Yeah, all this junk food. And then, bro, I've seen people that say they posted about that on Facebook, and these niggas is all on Facebook talking about you can't tell people how to spend their money. I'm like, nigga, it's not your money.
Not yours.
It's not your money. That's our shit.
It's not your money.
These people, the delusion is so deep.
It's crazy. 217-486-7184, guys. Call in if you're a supporter. Call in if you're a hater. Let's do it.
She trying to milk the system for life. No, my goal was not to milk the system for life, but it did help me temporarily.
These be the worst ones.
Then
the
why you
waggers.
Oh
my God!
If it wasn't supposed to be for life, and then oh my God, they cut it. It's not for life. Why are you making this video?
Exactly.
Why do you care?
Because you're still currently on Section 8.
Right. You were still milking it. That's why you even care.
Yeah, it looked like she drinking too much milk.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, lady.
Temporary, because I will be moving. Let me put this out here. I will be moving back out and back into market rent apartments. Okay, but there are some people. Everybody ain't just passing through like me. There are some people that cannot afford, like me, to move off of Section 8. Okay, I know people that got
you. Why? So why? Like you said, True. Why make this video? If you can move on Section 8 and like you can do everything you claim, you're like, girl, lady, you ain't freaking Coretta Scott King. Why are you speaking for these people? Let them figure it out.
Bro, it's this weird thing that black people, I think liberals in general, like to do, is they always want to like think about the next person, and they want to be the mouthpiece for this imaginary other person. And I had to tell my mom about that because we were talking before Trump even got in office, and we were talking about cutting like federal spending on like public schools and stuff, and defunding the school. And we were talking about it as if the idea of the school shutting down. And I was telling her, like, why are you worried about the school shutting down? She's like, oh, not everybody can afford to call off work and do woo up the bam. And I was like, Mama, aren't you like, you raised me to understand that what it means to be an adult is that you handle business, especially as a parent.
Right.
You take care of that. You never made excuses. You got us everything we wanted and needed, and you never made excuses. And during COVID, when the boys, I got 2 younger brothers, when they were out of school, she literally turned the extra bedroom in the house into a classroom, and them niggas was getting their learning in the classroom. So she made up for them not being in school by teaching them at home still. I was like, Mama, you figured it out. You figured it out for a year or two? 2 years? How long was COVID? You figured it out for 2 years.
That's
and
good.
And why are you worried about other people? You did it. If people can't figure it out, that's on them.
If you can do it, why can't they do it?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Exactly. Stop thinking about other people. That shit's gonna drag you to hell.
Literally, though, like we was talking about yesterday too. When it comes to football, everybody on offense has one job.
Yep.
If you try to do somebody else's job, like Big Bertha right here trying to do, all you're gonna do is fail in the process.
And pull everybody down with you.
There you go.
5+ kids. They cannot afford that. And whatever choices that they made that was poorly, that is on them. Nobody is walking this earth is perfect, man. Right. It is some rude, ignorant ass people on here that's talking about, oh, I hope it get cut off. Really?
Take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's jump.
This lady is hilarious. Insufferable. This lady is insufferable, bro. I cannot live or even look at this lady for 5 seconds, let alone being married to this woman, or even if this was my mom, I would not want to be around you. I swear I wouldn't. Nah. You're annoying, fat, loud. You're not intelligent. You got colored hair. Like, you're embarrassed. Like, bro, ultimately, this shit is embarrassing, bro. This shit is embarrassing.
And you yapping, and you literally being a hypocrite because you're like, oh, well, not everybody can just pass through like I do. I was only using it for a little bit, but that don't mean they can just cut it off from me. It's like, what the hell? Why are you making the video? Who cares what your opinion is? It's clearly you hurt about them cutting it off because you was living off that shit. Why would think about it? Think about it. If you getting this shit for free or for a subsidized rate, why would you willingly get off it?
Right.
No sane person would do that. Like, it's like living at home with your parents. If you sit at home and you got a decent job, you could even be working at McDonald's and you get to keep all that money.
And they make a lot of money.
Man, they getting paid. You get to keep all that money and you don't have to pay no rent. You don't got to pay no light. You don't got to pay no Xfinity. You damn near don't even got to pay your phone bill. You probably only got to pay your phone bill. Why would you say, okay, I'm going to go take on more responsibility? Who would say that? That's why your parents kick your ass out the house because you're not gonna leave on your own. A lot of people don't leave on their own. Most people don't leave on their own. Hell, the birds in the nest don't even leave on the mama kick their ass out.
I was just gonna say, right? Yeah, even birds in the nest gotta get their ass.
They don't just be like, all right, mom, I'm 18. Shake the hand, thanks for everything, and hop out. No, they get the fuck out. You gotta go. That's what
Right,
it
you gotta
is.
start your own nest.
Right, you gotta go because it's too sweet. People get complacent, and this lady's complacent.
Okay, we got a lot of haters, but no haters calling in, guys. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We're almost at 50 likes. We're at 47 right now. We got over 200 people watching. Jeez Louise, guys, what's going on here? So, guys, hit that like and subscribe button, please, and thank you, guys. We're gonna continue, but like I said before, ladies like this is what keep families down, especially black women down, because black daughters look up to their mothers.
Yep.
This isn't a good look at all. I will lock myself in a room so fast.
Jump into it.
Trump seeks to cut $26 billion by ending Section 8, replacing it with state-run housing and programs. So instead of having Section 8 vouchers, they're replacing them with block grants to the state because the White House described the current system as dysfunctional and said the state should be allowed to
power.
I hate seeing stuff like this, bro. One thing, and chat knows this already about me, there's nothing that irritates me more than a person who thinks they're smart but is dumb as a box of fucking rocks, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, like, you're not smart, bro. Stop trying to act like you're smart and you're dumb as hell.
Yeah, them be the worst ones.
You making this video already ultimately makes you dumb. It already ultimately makes you dumb. You're old as hell. If you knew how Section 8 work and how government assistance work, you would know that more white people are on this than black folks. Why do black people feel like they have the need to speak up about crap like this? You are not the majority when it comes to government assistance.
Well, because they made struggle synonymous with black. So anything that involves a struggle or oppression, it's automatically their business because they made victimhood their clothes. They made that shit they drip.
And fear mongering. You see how breaking news.
Yeah.
Trump housing is like, dude, y'all got to stop with this.
Right.
Y'all have to stop.
Gives powers to the states by transforming the current federal dysfunctional rental assistance program into a state-based formula grant, which would allow states to design their own rental assistance programs based on their unique needs and preferences.
The Trump administration is trying to kill Section 8. Section 8 and government subsidized housing is now in the crosshairs of the Trump administration.
Right. If it's not
not liberal,
man,
you hate to see it.
You know they right. Not enough. Right. Not enough white people was speaking up about crazy shit that was coming from blacks lately. So you know they got to start coming out now.
They are looking to cut it by at least 40% to help save money. There's about 2.3 million people that get government subsidized housing through Section 8 across the country, and the Trump administration is looking to take it from a national level to a state level. The goal is to take it from a national overinflated, overbloated, overfunded program to a state level program where the national government will kick in a little bit.
Oh, you mean programs like, what was we reading earlier? Let's go back to that. You mean freaking programs like the $3.3 billion community development block grant program?
Yep.
You mean programs like that? That's funded by taxpayer dollars? We're never going to see that money again because it's a grant. You just gave it away. You just gave away $3.3 billion for no reason for people, to people who are fully capable of working a job. That don't even make sense. They don't even make sense. This is not towards veterans. This isn't towards doctors or, honestly, even to the police force, bro. Like, police are lacking a lot in these, especially in these liberal cities where they're very, very much, needed. Like in Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Baltimore, Los Angeles, stuff like that. Why the hell would you guys put this money into people who literally just don't want to work, who are communist socialists?
bit, the states will have to kick in as well, and they will actually have to have a budget. There's also a discussion about a cap on able-bodied adults only getting it for so long. This is one of those things where the headline sounds scarier than the actual sublines. However, this will affect real estate. And this is why I've been telling y'all that Section 8 isn't guaranteed.
Hey, what do y'all think about Trump cutting back on Section 8? Basically, from his latest press conference, he wants
the black folks, man, forget it. These damn Negroes never fail. They're going to always be front in line, bro, when it comes to anything government funded, bro. They're going to be front line.
To distribute and allocate all those funds to the state level. That way the state can devise certain programs to allocate the funds to their citizens, because each state has different things going on. And, you know, they want to reduce the wait time and all of the hassle that it takes for them to do it on a federal level and just put it on a state level. That way that everybody can get the services they need in a more efficient time. My thing is also we have to figure out a way to cut back on people needing these services and reduce this homelessness epidemic that we are experiencing by making.
No. Here we go. She had me in the first set. I'm like, okay. She seemed like she's looking at it objectively. And then she just went off the deep end. What the hell you mean you're going to stop people from being homeless? That's the point of Section 8.
Basically.
Motherfuckers just be saying stuff, bro.
Making housing more affordable for everybody across the board. That way it's not a tax burden for other citizens that's having problems with their own survival. You know, it shouldn't have to be a matter of other people.
But here's the thing. You have to be responsible for the actions you take, lady. Why? That's what I'm saying. And this is why I just can't follow behind women, bro. They're too emotional, bro. They love playing the tiniest violin in the world. Like, lady, who the hell cares? These people are fully capable of doing what they need to do. They're fully capable. Why do you care? Why do you care so much? Why do you care? Oh, we need to make... There are jobs out here, okay? She's making it seem like there hasn't been an increase in jobs, and there are about to be more increases in jobs. Like, the more illegals we kick out of America, because you do know those illegals are taking, especially in Texas. I know you see them in Texas, everywhere working. So the more deportations that we do under, you know, the Trump administration and, you know, Tom Homan being the border czar and all of that, we're going to see more jobs, especially when it comes to the black community. You look at your nearest Popeyes, your nearest McDonald's, bro, there are no more black people working there. Let's just be honest. Oh, Trump said a black job. Yes. What do you mean? In the black communities, these are the black jobs. What do you want me to say? What am I, Jake from State Farm? Like, come on, dude.
Having to get food taken off their plate to make sure somebody else eat. Now, I get we all have hard times. Lord knows I've had my hard times and struggles. But at the end of the day, these services shouldn't be a life sentence. It should be used as a way for people to get on their feet and be able to be self-sufficient long term.
Okay. I know y'all remember me telling y'all that he had a black cabinet pick. Y'all remember? Mr. Eric Scott Turner. HUD. They always pick a black one to be over HUD, right? HUD. Go figure. They'll pick a Igor. Okay. Anyways.
This is cringe. Oh my God.
Not saying nothing, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you trying to be funny? Because you're not landing any planes here. What is going on?
This that weird little telepathic shit they be trying. You know, black people think they can communicate non-verbally.
Right. Through body language.
Right.
Yeah, my spirit. Yeah. What the hell do you call it? Zodiac. Oh, you're a Capricorn. Like, bag the hell up, first of all. You got too much forehead, lady.
They're coming for your housing.
Your
I don't know,
housing.
man. They literally find the dumbest stuff to be fake bothered by. Who cares what's the race of the HUD secretary? Yeah, he's a black man, but honestly, I don't care what color he is. The main people crying about DEI also complain when black men get jobs, which shows you who they really think DEI is for. Hint, not the straight black men. But I digress.
We should have known this. I knew it. A lot of us knew it because they said that they were.
That actually was a good catch by Pink Book Lessons, and I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of people fail to realize that DEI don't really benefit black men or black women. It actually benefits white women. Don't benefit black men or black women at all. Not Mexicans, not Hispanics. It only benefits white women who are probably
I'm still trying to understand like why we even needed DEI, because we had Title IX, right? That's supposed to be like the thing, and then we also have equal opportunity employment or something. You know, whenever you fill out a job application or you get hired on, you got to sign that document where it's talking about how they essentially that like what is that shit saying? It's just basically saying they can't discriminate against you because of your race, sexuality, religion, all that good stuff. Like we got like it's so much redundant stuff. It seems that DEI is just hella redundant.
Right. And it's just another thing, like she said, for people to complain about. And like you said, she complained about the most dumbest thing. Oh, HUD. Oh, sounds like HUD. Like what? That is a low IQ response, bro. I'm trying to tell you. That's low IQ as hell. And this lady got glasses on, and now she's Einstein. Like, get out of here, man.
So it's no surprise to a lot. But prepare. I keep saying be prepared, don't be scared, be prepared.
Okay, so did y'all hear that Trump is planning on slashing housing programs and cutting funding for housing programs to end, just cutting Section 8 altogether? Okay.
Oh, now he's cutting Section 8 altogether. Now he's cutting Section 8 altogether.
She didn't read anything.
You see how they just lie?
Right. Miss Potato Head right here did not read anything. She didn't read an article. She didn't look at any context. She just hopped her stupid ass on TikTok, wanted some views. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so sick of these damn TikTok brain ass morons, bro. Y'all get a little following and y'all think y'all are like Jordan Peterson or somebody. Like, what is really going on here, dude?
Run down. I have it in my notes because it's a lot. Okay, so it says Trump's 2026 budget plan would cut section housing by 43%, affecting 2.3 million households.
Smooth brain. Thanks, Trolls Master. Smooth brain. They some smooth brain knuckle draggers.
He's giving control to the states through block grants, which I don't understand how that will work. Yeah. Okay. So he's giving.
Okay, she's stupid, and we just gonna have to wrap it up, guys. But I'm gonna be doing another video as soon as we're done with this call-in show. But I just want to point this out. People are so stupid, they don't even realize giving the power to the states gives the people more power. You do not want you don't want the federal government to have more power, bro. Yeah. Trust me, you just don't.
You definitely don't.
And even when it comes to I'm sorry, excuse me. I just want to say this last thing. Even when it comes to abortion, bro, Trump said, and a lot of Republicans, even a lot of Democrats said they would rather have, abortions, and they would rather have the state be in charge of that. They don't want a government, or they don't want one person being in charge of what women do with their bodies or something like that.
Right.
I think we're getting a last minute call. So let's see. Hello, you're on the air.
What's good?
Yo, what's going on?
So why did Donald Trump run on debunked propaganda for 3 straight weeks and then use it in the State of the Union?
Can you hear him, Chu?
A little bit. Can you say it again?
Can you speak up a little bit, caller?
Why did Donald Trump use debunked propaganda every day, being debunked on it for 3 straight weeks, and then using it in the State of the Union. 50 million condoms and 190 benefits.
What was the debunked propaganda Trump was using?
50 million in condoms and 180-year-olds receiving benefits.
That was true, though. What do you mean?
It's not true at all. I mean, in 2017, Donald Trump wrote up the bill to pay for 50 million in condoms for AIDS prevention in some country. So he was the only one that paid it. It's never been paid since then.
Okay, I'm confused on what you're calling about. So are you calling to say that Trump is debunking propaganda?
No, he's saying that Trump is like talking with the stuff he's saying. He's basically saying Trump's lying, basically, right?
Okay, so have you ever you know what the Department of Government Efficiency is, right?
Sure.
Okay, so I don't know if you're gonna go crazy if I say Elon Musk, but Elon Musk has been exposing so much useless spending when it comes to the Biden administration and what the establishment was using this money for, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous. And when it comes to Social Security fraud, yes, there has been people well over 110. One person was older than the actual United States, though. That's insane.
Do you understand why it is they came up with them readings?
I'm listening. Go ahead. You can explain.
It's because Elon could not understand the code that the computer was processing to him.
Where did you get this information from? Who told you this?
Oh my God. Are we really arguing about it?
You have to state your source, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, because we hear you and you making these claims. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just trying to say that. I'm just trying to see how do you know? Because if you could present it to us and we're like, okay, damn, I didn't look at it like that. But you're saying he just looked at it wrong. How do you know?
Okay. So enough about that. So Pam Blondie says she cannot no longer find the Epstein files.
Look, now I'm 100. I'm 100% with you on that one. I made a whole video on this. And caller, I'm 1000% in agreement with you. Okay, Pam Bundy has not been doing a good job when it comes to the fulfillment of releasing the Epstein client list. She claims that she has all these videos. All these videos are so horrendous. I agree with you 100% because Jeffrey Epstein is one of the biggest classified traffickers.
Okay, well, let's not point the fingers at Pam Blondie. What I want to know is why a month and a half ago, when they were going to come out with the Epstein files, Trump thought it was funny to have a meeting at the Oval Office and people posed with fake Epstein files.
So that's actually not true. That's actually not true, and I'll tell you why. Because Pam Bundy actually reached out. That's not true, and I'll tell you why. That's not true, and I'll tell you why. That's not true, and I'll tell you why. Can you let me tell you why, please? Because Pam Bundy actually reached out to Kash Patel, who was the leader of the FBI, and she has demanded because see, this is how I know you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. Kash Patel is the one who has the Epstein files. He has the files, not Pam Bundy. She's just the attorney general. Kash Patel has the files. Now, what he's doing with those files is very, very questionable. Now, what Pam Bundy did was hold on, let me finish.
Hold on. So Trump had people posed with fake Epstein files, and he had.
How do you know that was Donald Trump?
He had one lady put on a Free Giselle t-shirt for the photo op.
Hey,
how do you know this was Donald Trump?
Hey, so this guy, I'm noticing that this guy, he's just jumping from one
topic to another.
One topic to another.
So my thing is this, caller. Do you know that the FBI is in charge of the Epstein file? Because let me just tell you this. I already said I agree with you when it came to Pam Blondie. Okay?
Yeah,
so Kash Patel he has the files, and Pam Bondi reached out to Kash Patel asking him, where are the Epstein files? Where are the videos? Where's the client list? Where's the masseuse list? She is actually trying to get the information out of Kash Patel. The FBI responded by saying, we need another week or another month because of unusual circumstances. This was the FBI's response.
Thank you for your answer. I appreciate that. So back to my original question, because you don't know what debunked propaganda usage is. It means he found out.
We didn't say we didn't know what it was.
About, bro. No, it hasn't been debunked because you haven't named anything. You haven't said a source.
Hold on. Because he said.
Wait, hold on. Don't come over here.
Came out with that factual that they found that was fraud. Because you know what? If he really had something we'd know by now, he thought he had something in the 50 million in condoms. LOL.
Dude, this is how I know you have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
Oh my goodness.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Doge's job is literally to cut the deficit by what, 1 trillion a year, or 1 to 1.5 trillion dollars a year, bro. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Their job was to find fraud.
Where did that $4.5 trillion in the tax cut come from? Do you think there's some special department that's holding
It comes from things like tariffs. It comes from things like people paying their student loan. Hold on. I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. And that, dude, I'm answering your question. You just said, how are we going to get that $4.5 trillion back, right? And I just told you what Doge's job is. Their job is to basically bring $1 to $1.5 trillion into the economy's revenue a year. Do you know what that means?
Donald Trump is so genius that no other president could have come in and made this hard.
Why didn't Biden do it? Hold on, Chu. Hold on. Why didn't Biden do it? So why didn't Biden do it?
I don't know if it's my computer or what this is tweaking.
I'm sorry?
It is screwing the country.
It's not screwing the country. Stocks have gone up. Groceries are going down. Gas is going down. Crime is going down.
Did you lose $12K a week for the first 4 weeks of him deliberately crashing the stock market?
Dude, if you know stocks, you
$100,000 out of 401K. I did, bro. You want me to smile at you?
Yo,
bro?
Deshaun, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear nothing. I think my computer's tweaking.
I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing.
Dang, his audio went out. But caller, just I'm gonna just end off with this. You believe that what this propaganda is fake or whatever? But at the end of the day,
I guess I'm gonna just have to hop off. I can't hear nothing.
Oh man!
But you can still hear me.
Still hear you.
You also know did the caller go? Is he gone?
Yeah, I think the caller hung up. Yeah, the caller hung up. This is crazy.
Well, I mean, thanks for having me again. Just to get
what you want talking about? The guy's a moron, bro. The guy's a moron. I guess he said he had to take out 100. I guess he said he had to take out $100,000 in stocks and stuff like that.
Okay, well, I guess I'm out. Follow me on YouTube, Chu and Zaza. What the hell? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, guys. So Chu can't hear me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing the right now. But
I'm if you still do it, you can still. I'm just.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't really have nothing.